Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. I wanted to do this video like outside, walking around the fields near me, that sort of thing, but the night's drawing in just meant I haven't had time. So unfortunately, you've got to stare at me, but I put my bike in the shot as well to try and make it a little bit more visually appealing. Is that working? You engaged? Cool, let's crack on. This video is going to be all about what I am focusing on this winter and next year. I don't know if anybody actually cares, but I have tried to tease this a little bit because genuinely I haven't known what I'm going to be doing, but I'll come back to that in a second. If you are looking for a winter training plan, group training, online training, please do check out the Send It squad down below as a link in the description. Matt Waterfield, Coach Woodnote and I are so excited to get this going. Entries or applications, not sure what I'm calling it, close this Friday, so 2 days. Do not miss out. There's about 15 people in now already, so I know it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Love to see you there. Anyway, on to the video. I have made some notes on my laptop, so hence me glancing away. I want to do this video in one take because it's quite late in the evening. I'd quite like to get this done. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory for those that perhaps haven't followed the journey from the beginning. So 2013, don't worry, I'm going to skip through this pretty quickly. 2013, I was 20 stone, started running, getting into some sort of sport, losing weight. 2015, started doing some triathlon, starting with a super sprint, like a 100 meter swim and so on. 2016, my first middle distance triathlon, 70.3 event at Outlaw Half Nottingham. 2018, my first Ironman. You get the picture. Spent a little while going down the slippery slope that is triathlon. I slowly started getting fitter and faster and really enjoying it. Fast forward to 2020, we all know what happened that year. I sort of lost my way a little bit, wasn't as focused with training, wasn't as focused with diet, sort of just slipped away, and that sort of progressed into 2021 as well. So I'd say my performance sort of peaked in 2019, then I've sort of gone on a slow downward spiral since then, but I've been having a great time. 2022, so this year, I'd started training with a bit more purpose, but I was still only really doing what I enjoyed. I tend to train with structure in the winter and then no structure in the summer, just doing what I enjoy. And I'm okay with that for the time being. Started doing a few crits, a few bike races. I had done some in the past, not a huge amount, but this year, myself and my friends from my cycling club, South Normanton Cycling Club, set out with a bit of intent. We wanted to go and win some races, we wanted to get some good results, and that we did. Both myself individually and as a team, we won some races. I managed to win a third cat crit and came second, third and fourth cat crit. Got my third cat race license. That was my ambition for the year, ticked off, done. We also performed quite well at a road race, so I ticked the box for bike racing. Whenever I've done triathlon, even when I sort of got to my peak in 2019, I never really felt like I was in the race. Triathlon to me has always been an individual time trial, and I do quite like that effort, but what drew me to bike racing is when you start, you're right next to everybody, you are in the race and you're bumping elbows and you are racing for that line. I know for some people you do that in triathlon, but I'd never been in that situation, so it appealed to me to get on the bike and do some more bike racing. Now, I feel like I'm operating at the top end of what my current fitness will let me do. So be that in third and fourth cat crit races, be that in age group triathlon, finishing mostly in the mid pack. If I do an outlaw event, I'm probably in the 50 to 80th ish. And if I do an Ironman event, I'm probably 150th to 200th ish. And I'm really happy with that, but that's the limit, I think, for my current fitness level. I'm not going to do any better unless I change what I'm putting in terms of training and other focuses. I can't expect to try and do all these things and get better at all these things. It just doesn't work like that. So if I wanted to progress in the bike racing world, I'd be going up to second, third, fourth cat racing or E1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure I'd be getting a kicking unless I absolutely really focused myself on bike racing. And also, I was never going to start placing in events or winning events or whatever else in triathlon unless I fully focused on triathlon. So this is what's been going on in my mind for the last few months as I've been doing a bit of everything. So I talk a lot about what I enjoy, and the reason I focus on this a lot is because I do believe that if you enjoy what you're doing, you will do better at it, you will do more of the training, you will train better, you'll race better, and those days where you perhaps, oh, the weather's not great, I might miss this session, you're going to get out and do it because you enjoy it, and that's why I try and focus on what I enjoy. So, a bit more of a backstory. Although I often compete in the 20 to 24 age group, I am actually nearly 31 years old. I do work full time. I'm very lucky that my employer is very understanding of having an active and healthy lifestyle, so I'm able to run some lunch times. It must be flex with my hours, do a couple of days a week at home. It enables me to do a fair bit of training. I also, my only dependent is a ginger cat, so I don't really have any commitments outside of work and life. Got a very supportive partner in Liz. I've got all the tools at my disposal to be able to be in great shape. I've got the Peak District on my doorstep in beautiful Derbyshire. So I've got all the things there, all the tools to be able to progress in whatever I wanted to progress. I just need to do it. Now, winter for me is an opportunity. There's not much distraction from racing, there's not much distraction from chain gangs and all the things that would otherwise distract me from making progress in whatever discipline I choose to further myself in. So I have given this a lot of thought, but I'm not going to talk through all the reasons to and fro. I'm sure you can make your own assumptions, and I'm happy to discuss it in future videos. So I'm just going to cut to the decision. In 2023, from next Monday, I'll be putting all of my eggs, all of my focus into the triathlon basket. I'm absolutely buzzing about this. More specifically, I'm going to be focusing on 70.3 or middle distance triathlon racing. Loads of reasons, but main reason is I want to try and be in the race, and I feel like middle distance triathlon is my best chance of being in the race. Now, I'm realistic in the fact that I know I'm not going to be going and winning races outright. However, I want to try and get in the race. The best way that I believe I can do that is by making all the improvements in the swim that I can, so that after a swim, I'm as close to the front as I can be, and then I need to be a strong enough cyclist to be able to close that gap to the front, and then I'm in the race. I am going to have to worry about the run when I get to it, but that's the plan. That's my vague idea. I'm not a big fan of output related goals. I've read Atomic Habits by James Clear about 53 times. I'm trying to have a lot of input focused goals. So specifically for that one, for swimming, it won't be I need to swim 30 minutes for a half Ironman distance. I don't know if I need to do that or not. It'll be get to the pool 3, 4, 5 times a week, how many times, join a club, those sorts of things, the input, and then that will change the output in itself. Do you get it? Okay. I'm also not going to go too far into the training in this video at all, because you're going to see it over the next few months. Have I missed anything from this? Now, what did I say? Getting rowdy on the bike, worry about the run when I get to it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So for Monday, the 3rd of October, I have a coach lined up. So Matt from the Wooden Out Coaching has supported me all of this year very kindly, specifically with the guidance on my run training. We've not fallen out. We're still going to be doing the Send It squad this winter together. We're still going to be hopefully training together a lot, and I will certainly still talk to him about my training and stuff. But I've gone to a triathlon coach for a full triathlon package who isn't my friend. Matt is a brilliant coach. I'd always recommend him to anybody, but I do think there's an advantage to having a coach who perhaps isn't like, one of your good friends, because I definitely don't do some things he tells me to do because it's him telling me to do it. And I'd also gone to this different coach because at the time I thought I was going to be doing more bike racing, but just a bit of a different input, a bit of a different skill set, experience level, those sorts of things. So I'm going to share who my coach is in a few weeks or a month or two, partially because what if we fall out in the first few weeks? It saves me having to do a we broke up video, but also I want to meet this person and have this person on camera physically with me before I do this is the person who's coaching me, that sort of thing. I'm not even sure if this person wants to be on the internet, but we'll give them that opportunity later on in the year. I think that is about it. Let me know down below though, what are your plans for 2023 and for the winter? I will hopefully be seeing a lot of you out on the triathlon circuit next year. I also haven't really planned my race schedule out for next year. I do know that at the minute, my first race next year is planned to be the Outlaw Half Nottingham. I love outlaw events, as you know. The Nottingham Half's on my doorstep. I know the course very well. It just makes absolute sense to me to do that. It's a good time of year, mid-May. That gives me 7 months to get into the shape of my life. So I can only thank you in advance for the support through these videos. I hope that you guys and girls get something from this training for the next few months. Unfortunately, there's not going to be a whole lot of race content. However, you will understand why that is, because I'm trying to get into the habit of day in, day out, turning up, getting the work done, all these things you see on Instagram, people saying, doing the training consistently, making progress, so that next year I can be better than I have been ever at middle distance triathlon. I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Look forward to seeing what aims and ambitions you guys have got in the comments down below, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for, I don't know if I'm going to start any sort of training yet this week. I'm probably going to have a few more easy days, but I've probably got some life to catch you up on because the last few days I've not really done any vlogging. See you later.